Hi, this is BB. It's about a quarter after 9 p.m. in Oklahoma, and for the past 15 minutes or so, I'm feeling the vibrations again in my chest. It just feels, I don't know what it is, but my my head is getting dizzy, like I'm sitting here, like I feel like my equilibrium is about to crash, and then my left arm is starting to get like slight pins and needles, but it's feeling weak, but it's in my chest area. Whatever tonight's episode is in my chest area. I don't know if me talking on here is actually helping or it's just making matters worse. I think what they're doing, this is her way of silencing me, because every time I say something, she goes and she does that same thing. Even though she's done it before, she will do it the same thing, because there are many different little things they're doing. But that one particular thing that I would mention, and she would amp it up like tenfold. I think that's her way of wanting to silence me. So that I will get it. I need to get it that I'm not supposed to say anything. See, this is why I'm thinking this woman is accustomed to dealing with children, probably. She probably deals with teenage varieties. If this is one of their modality or their sources of income, using these things for people to see what's going on in their head, like see through your eyes like TV. And they're selling tickets to a show almost. I don't know. I mean, I don't understand how it works. It's because I'm thinking of a person watching something and you're seeing it on a screen, but you're not seeing it in your head. So it's kind of like it's not something you're watching on a screen, almost like if there's a camera behind the person's eyes, and there's over the shoulder almost, right? But how is it a thrill ride for them? How is it a thrill ride for anybody? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, how does that work? It's like, okay, I've seen it. You've seen the video. Divya Chander. The technology does exist. It's out there. This was 2016. They've probably perfected it by now, or at least it's gotten way better. The images are probably clearer than in 2016. And there have been improvements, probably fixed bugs, whatever, and it's a lot better now, better quality. So what I'm just trying to figure out is how could they monetize it? The technology exists, it's out there. So I'm trying to figure out how does this work still, because it's not like, okay, let's say I wanted to see what my cat's seeing, right? I wanted to see what she's seeing. So I'm not gonna like go into the cat's head. I'm just gonna see on a screen what she's seeing. Like, say she's in the other room, and I don't know if I have to put her head in a vice, like I saw. I don't know how that works, or how, but it still doesn't it doesn't make sense. The only way that this would make sense, it's for people who would actually I don't know. How could it make sense? I'm trying to figure that out. How could it make sense? It's like, okay, since the technology is out there, right? It's not something that's taboo. it's not something that's so high tech. You can, according to her, just get an EEG kit from Amazon, and they do sell them, the entire kit, even with the electrodes. They have them all. They have them all 12, and you can place them all over the body and monitor. And it has a screen. It has the everything is on there. The heart rate, the monitor, everything is on there. You, of course, you would have to know how to read it as well, right? So, with that being said, it's like I'm still trying to figure out how would they, what is so fascinating about it? I mean, what's so fascinating about it? Is it okay? I can see what she's seeing. She's in the next room. She's using the litter box. I'm not sure. The only way this can be is if people are having sex or some sort of unusual behavior, like criminal activity, or I don't know. I mean, this is obviously people who would do this for entertainment or pervs. It's no other way around it. They're kind of pervy. So, what would they want to look? I'm just trying to figure out what would they be interested in. What are they looking for? What's so fascinating about it? What's fascinating about it is this, I guess, is not so much what we're seeing that fascinates them, is what they can program our minds and tell us to do. It's got to be it. It's like it's what they're programming our mind and telling us to do. And when we're still doing what we want, like for example, they might that sense of your brain, like she said, you walk around your house and you sense somebody monitoring the brain activity, and they've mapped it out. This is what this going around your home doing activities for a day. This is what a 24-hour period. This is what your brain look like. This is, they have a mapping of it. These are the areas. When you're doing this, this happens. When you're doing this, this is what your brain looks like. When you're doing that, that's what your brain looks like. So they know that, right? So, but what's happening now is that the patterns are changing. The people who are selling tickets, I think, are not interested in just watching. They're not watching unless it's something really bad. Something really bad. Something that's makeshift, something that's either real or make-believe. And I think there are horrible people out there. So the more horrible it becomes, the macabre, the ugliness, the staged performances, and at some point it gets into the real. It gets a little too real because they're dealing with people they don't care about. We're like cattle to them. They're dealing with cattle. They think we're cattle because their performances becomes real after a while. And we suffer for it. It's not a performance. Somebody's paying the piper, and it's us. They're exploiting us, and this is why we're suffering even more now. But the thing is with this, it's I'm just trying to figure out here, like brainstorming, what is it that they could be doing? So it has to be, since doing day-to-day things, that's passe, that's old news. They're not interested in that. They want acts of violence. Acts of violence against women, against children, against men. Don't even mention children, because I'm sure there are peds in their audience, the people who are watching. They have them out there. That's not going to be exempted. And yeah, any police officer see this, come talk to me. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me what's happening here, that I don't have a right to say that. I'm not accusing any one particular person. The word pedophile is not taboo. It's a real problem. So the thing is, there are men who likes dangerous thing. They like to, I'm looking at it, because it's not, you're seeing the people turning into animals. Their needs will become more animalistic. They will become more animalistic. The people who are allowing them to watch, they will want them to do things and do things. And then eventually when they say, oh, enough is enough, I'm not doing that, they will find an unsuspecting victim. I shudder to think, because you all know where I'm heading with this. When imaginary becomes real. Higher ticket items, yes. Somebody's got to stop it. Somebody's got to stop it. But the thing is, the third tier to that, or the third level, is not just make-believe or that. It's actually when people are reluctant probably to do things, whether they are aware of it or not. It might have started out with people agreeing to do it, then that's not panning out because, hey, they're aware. They're not going to go, they're not going to go because people are seeing their home, people are seeing their surroundings. People know who they are. Eventually they figure it out. So there's only up to a certain level they'll go. And then they'll say, no, I'm not doing that. And what about the people who are orchestrating it now? They're accustomed to that money coming in. So they have to go find people, and then people don't want to do it. They will just single people out like me and do it too. And when we're not getting to that level that they want, because you got to remember this crowd that's clamoring out here now, their needs are growing more obscene, more horrible. They want to up the ante now because they're becoming more animalistic in their whatever they want to experience, whatever they want to see. So what they'll do is start telling people, like start putting suggestions in your mind, start pressing down on certain parts of the brain. Like I said, I walked around the house. They see if I'm brushing my teeth, this part of my brain is functioning. If I'm watching TV, this part, I'm just saying, this part of my brain is functioning. If I'm eating, or if I'm smelling the bed, like I'm smelling the chlorine, which part of my brain lights up? Now they can target that area and depress it, target it with, I guess, a concentrated magnetic beam, and it would simulate the smell. But in my case, I don't think it's happening because my cat's getting sick. My cat's getting sick as well. So I'm not sure if this is all brain being done by frequency, or I'm sure it's being sprayed as well because other people have smelled it. So I'm not the only one. Other people have smelled it. So in my case, it's not just something that is some kind of concentrated frequency that's activating certain areas of my brain. It's somebody actually spritzing and spraying me because she's experiencing it too. And other people, like I said, have smelled it. Like I just got a mouthful of whatever it is, I don't know. So, unlike I would sit here and suddenly If they say, well, when she looks to the left, this part of the brain, now they're going to try activating it, and I just ignore it. What they'll do is have somebody somewhere there make a noise, cause to look, and they're doing it at the same time. They're finding out ways now how to trick people as well. So it's a hustle within a hustle, basically. They've got this is organized crime. They have a whole thing going on here. They have to keep their clients, the people who are paying for this, satisfied. And we are not human to them. We're just things that they just, they maul over. And when we're no longer, we're like slaves. When the group, the people who pay them no longer finds us appealing, they just, maybe they try to, I don't know what they do with us then. But I still know in all of that, I still have those stamps are missing and stuff to do with my mom is missing. So, yeah, I'm sure these people have them. I'm sure they did. I'm sure they do have them. And I'd still like to have them back. Because I know who they are, and I think that's a problem. Because if there is something, if they are looking for starting to clamp down on this, and if they ever catch them, they will probably question everybody they live next to, and that's, I think, is going to be a problem for them. Because some of the things they will find, or some of the things that they did, might have to do with the selling or the sale of those stamps, and then it's me. It's my birth country. So that might be a problem. And I know they can watch this, and I know they're going to watch this. So, I don't know. So, I know that sometimes I feel like I'm signing my own death warrant. But hey, they're not stopping anyway. They're doing it anyway. Because the burning sensation is right here. And they're trying to induce a heart attack. They're actually trying to induce a heart attack. So, I can't get away from that. I mean, who am I going to go out there, put my boxing gloves on and fight who? There's nobody there. Call the cops. Well, the smell is gone. Can't feel anything. Oh, just before it started, I felt like an earthquake. Just for like 2 or 3 seconds, but like an earthquake. But I don't think it was the building. I think it was me shaking. So whenever they turned it on, or the building shook, which I don't know, because I will check to see if there was an earthquake or minor earthquake or anywhere around here, because I did shake and I thought it was an earthquake, but she would have felt it. She didn't budge. That's my cat. So just shortly after, I started to feel the burning sensation here and the weakness in my arm and back of my head. So I just wanted to share that with you, and try to be safe and look out for each other. Somehow somebody's going to help us. They have to.